Ladies and gentlemen, hear me loud and clear. Sometimes in life, you're going to have to make a decision that goes against every ounce of emotion inside of you. Sometimes you've got to be strong enough to look around and say, it's time for you to go. And you're going to have to let them lose you. You're going to have to let them walk away. Because guess what? There's a power in that. Sometimes in life, you're going to face moments that test every part of you. You're going to have to make decisions that feel like they go against everything inside of you. And one of those moments will be when you realize that you've been holding on to something, someone, or a situation that's no longer serving your growth, your peace, or your potential. And in those moments, you'll have a choice. You'll have to be strong enough to say, it's time for you to go. You'll have to make the hard call to let them lose you, to let them walk away. Now, let me tell you something. There's power in letting go. There's power in standing firm and knowing that you deserve better. There's power in saying to yourself, if you can walk away, then go ahead. The truth is, some people are just passing through your life, and that's okay. Not every person is meant to be there forever. Some people come in to teach you lessons, to shape you, or to push you to be the person you are meant to be. But when their purpose is fulfilled, it's time for them to go. And when they leave, don't fight it. Let them go. Because holding on to something or someone who doesn't see your worth, who doesn't support your journey, or who isn't aligned with your vision, is only holding you back. It's like carrying extra weight that you don't need. You're not going to make progress if you keep dragging things that aren't meant to go with you into the future. You've got to have the courage to say, it's all right. If you're leaving, go, because I'm still moving forward, with or without you. It's not about rejection. It's about protection. Sometimes people walk away not because you're not good enough, but because their presence in your life is holding you back from your true potential. They might not even realize it, but when someone leaves, it's an opportunity for you to step into the space they left behind with new energy, with new possibilities. And sometimes it's necessary for them to leave so you can find what you really need to grow. God protect him, the author said to me recently with conviction. Sometimes it's necessary for them to leave so you can find what you really need to grow. You see, you can't force anyone to stay. You can't make someone see your value if they're not willing to recognize it themselves. And let me tell you, if they don't see your value, if they can't recognize your worth, then their absence is a blessing. You don't need to chase people who are walking away from you. You don't need to beg anyone to stay in your life if they don't want to be there. If someone walks away, let them. It's not your loss, it's their loss. But here's the thing. You've got to understand that letting go isn't easy. It's painful. It's going to sting for a moment. There's going to be a part of you that feels like you're losing something important. But in reality, you're gaining so much more. You're gaining the freedom to focus on yourself. You're gaining the space to invite the right people into your life. People who respect you. People who value you. People who are ready to see you succeed. When someone walks away from you, it's not a statement about your worth. It's a statement about them. It's not about you not being good enough. It's about them not being the right fit for you. And let me tell you something else. Rejection is a redirection. If someone walks away, it's life's way of guiding you towards something greater. You might not see it now, but trust me, down the road, you'll realize that their departure opened the door to something you couldn't have had if they stayed. You can't make room for new things in your life if you're still holding on to the old. Now understand this, letting them lose you, letting them walk away, is also about protecting your peace. It's about guarding your heart and making sure that you're not surrounded by negativity or anything that's dragging you down. You need to be in an environment where you can thrive, where you can grow, where you can be your best self. And if someone doesn't appreciate the person you are or the direction you're heading, it's time for them to leave. And you've got to be strong enough to let them. There's a time and place for everything in life. Some people are meant to be in your life for a season, others for a reason, and a select few for a lifetime. And if it's their time to walk away, you've got to let them go. Because your journey doesn't stop just because someone else doesn't understand it or doesn't want to be part of it. Your path is yours to walk. And if they don't want to walk beside you, that's fine. You'll keep walking, you'll keep moving forward, and trust me, as you keep moving forward, better things will come, things that align with who you are and what you're meant to do. So when they walk away, when they choose to leave, don't chase them. Don't beg them to stay. Let them go. Because when they walk away, it's opening up a space for you to walk into something better, something greater. And that, my friend, is the power of letting go. Sometimes in life, we come to a crossroads. You look around and you realize that not everyone who's been in your life should stay there. People change, circumstances change, and sometimes what once was a positive influence on you has become a source of negativity, stress, or even stagnation. And that's when you need to make one of the toughest decisions you'll face. Let them lose you. Let them walk away. And you know what? That's okay. In fact, it might be the best decision you ever make. Letting someone walk away doesn't mean you failed or that you're not good enough. It's not a reflection of your worth. It's simply a reality that not everyone is meant to stay in your life forever. People come and go, and that's part of the ebb and flow of life. But when people choose to walk away, whether it's from a friendship, a relationship, or a job, it's important to realize that their departure is not a loss. It's actually a gain in freedom, a gain in peace, a gain in the opportunity to move forward with clarity and purpose. Slow down, respecting the past and future, rather than rushing into the past to prove something to the present that you already know. When someone walks away, it can feel painful. It can feel like a blow to your ego, to your heart, to your spirit. But in that moment of pain, don't forget this truth. You are not defined by the people who choose to leave you. You are not defined by their decision to walk away. Their choice is theirs, and while it may hurt, it's ultimately a blessing in disguise. Instead of seeking revenge, remember that the only party in the relationship is the one who is willing to protect you. Because when someone walks away from your life, they make room for the right people to step in. People who will lift you up, people who will encourage your growth, people who will add value to your journey. The truth is, there is a lot of power in letting people walk away. When you hold on to people who don't value you or who aren't aligned with your vision, you're essentially holding yourself back. You're holding on to a past version of yourself, one that might not be ready for the future that's waiting for you. Letting someone go is a way of opening your hands, of freeing yourself from anything or anyone that's holding you down. And yes, it's scary at first. Yes, it's uncomfortable. But trust me, the discomfort will pass. And what you'll find in that space you created will be worth it. You see, letting them walk away doesn't make you weak. It takes strength to let go. It takes courage to realize that not everyone who comes into your life is meant to stay. Sometimes people leave not because you've done something wrong, but because they simply can't see the vision you have for your life. And that's okay. You don't need to change your vision to fit theirs. You don't need to lower your standards to make them feel comfortable. If they can't see what you're working toward, if they can't support you in the way you need to be supported, then it's better for both of you if they walk away. In the end, your journey is yours alone. The people who walk away might not understand that, and they might leave with their own reasons and justifications, but their reasons are irrelevant. What matters is that you keep moving forward, you keep pushing, you keep striving toward your dreams, your goals, and the person you are meant to become. And you do it without the weight of relationships or people who no longer serve your growth. It's easy to feel like you're losing something when someone walks away. You might think that you're losing a part of yourself or that you're somehow incomplete without that person. But let me tell you something. What you're actually losing is the fear, the dependency, the idea that you need someone else to validate your worth. You're gaining independence, strength, and clarity. You're gaining the ability to rely on yourself and trust that everything you need to succeed is already inside you. Remember, not everyone is meant to walk this journey with you. Some people are only in your life for a season, and when that season is over, you've got to let them go. It's not about you chasing them, begging them to stay, or convincing them of your worth. You don't have to prove anything to anyone. If they choose to leave, you wish them well, and you keep moving forward. Because the truth is, people who walk away often make room for new opportunities, new relationships, and new experiences that you couldn't have had if you'd been stuck in the past, holding on to what was. Let them walk away. And when they do, you walk taller, you walk stronger, you walk with a sense of freedom, knowing that you're one step closer to the life you were always meant to live. When people leave, it opens up the space for those who are truly meant to be there, who will understand you, support you, and challenge you to become the best version of yourself. And isn't that what you deserve? So don't be afraid of letting go. Don't fear the people who leave your life, because what they take with them doesn't compare to what you'll gain when you let them walk away. There comes a time in your life when you realize that not everyone who walks with you is meant to stay. Not everyone who enters your life is there to be part of the entire journey. Some people come to teach you lessons, others to challenge you, and some to help you grow. But when their role in your life has ended, it's time to let them go. It's time to give them the freedom to walk away. And when that happens, you have to make a choice. Do you try to hold on, or do you release them and allow the space for new beginnings to take shape? Letting people lose you isn't about being weak. It's about being strong enough to recognize that not everyone who is in your life is meant to stay. Some people will walk away because they're no longer on the same path as you. Some will leave because they can't handle your growth, your success, or the person you're becoming, and that's okay. The people who leave are not a reflection of who you are. They're simply revealing to you the truth of where they stand in your life and what they can and can't handle. When you find the strength to let someone walk away, it's a powerful moment. You are no longer clinging to something that no longer serves you. You are freeing yourself to move forward without the baggage, the doubts, and the negativity that might have come from holding on to someone who was never truly meant to be there in the first place. It takes courage to let go of something or someone that you thought would always be there, but this courage is what propels you toward the next chapter of your life. It is what allows you to embrace the opportunities and relationships that will help you grow into the person you are truly meant to be. And so, it is a blessed and hard reality that life is a blessing and not something to be taken lightly. There is a tremendous amount of strength in walking away from situations or people who no longer align with your values, your goals, or your well-being. When someone chooses to walk away from you, it's often because they can't see the value you bring, or they can't match the energy you're putting out into the world. They might not understand your journey, and that's fine. Not everyone is meant to walk with you. Not everyone will support your path, and that's not a reflection of your worth. It's simply a sign that they are not meant to be part of your story. You have to recognize that when someone walks away, it's not a loss. It's a gift. It's the universe, life, or whatever you believe in, making room for something or someone better. When people leave, it's as though the universe is clearing a space for new opportunities, new relationships, new experiences, and new growth. You can't make room for the new when you're still holding on to the old. People suffer because they were already successful and destroyed their self-worth or reach for new things. And sometimes, the only way to truly move forward is by letting go of what's behind you no matter how hard it might seem. The moment you stop chasing after people who are walking away, the moment you stop trying to hold on to what's not meant for you, is the moment you will start to truly find your peace. Peace comes from within. It comes from knowing that you are worthy, regardless of whether someone chooses to stay or leave. You don't need anyone's approval, anyone's presence, or anyone's validation to be the person you were meant to become. The people who truly matter will stay. The people who truly value you will be there to support you and push you to be your best self. But the ones who walk away, they are simply making room for those who are meant to be by your side. Letting them walk away is also about trusting that you are enough, just as you are. It's easy to feel insecure or inadequate when someone leaves your life. You might wonder, was I not good enough? Was I not what they needed? But the answer is simple. It wasn't about you. It was about them. It was about where they were in their own life, what they needed, and whether they could see the vision of who you were becoming. And if they couldn't see that, that's not your burden to carry. You don't need to convince anyone of your worth. Your worth is inherent. It is unshakable. And those who leave, they're not the ones who get to define it. There will be moments of doubt. There will be times when the emptiness of someone's absence weighs heavily on your heart. But the pain is temporary. And through that pain, you will find strength, resilience, and clarity. When people walk away, you have the opportunity to build yourself back up, to rediscover who you are and who you are becoming. You'll realize that, in fact, their absence has made you stronger. It has given you the space to reconnect with yourself and to focus on what truly matters. The people who walk away from you are not taking away anything that truly belongs to you. They are simply moving out of the way so you can step into your own light, so you can rise, grow, and become everything you are meant to be. And when you look back, you'll understand that the strength to let go of what wasn't meant for you is what gave you the courage to walk into something better. Let them walk away, because the life waiting for you on the other side of that decision is more than worth it. There's a moment in life when you realize that holding on to things, people, or situations that no longer serve you only drags you down. We spend so much of our energy trying to keep things together, trying to make relationships work, trying to force situations to fit our desires, that we forget one simple truth: not everything and not everyone is meant to stay in our lives forever. People come into our lives for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. And when it's time for them to walk away, you have to have the strength to let them go. Letting people walk away doesn't mean you failed. It doesn't mean you've done something wrong. In fact, it takes immense strength to recognize when something isn't right and to let it go. Holding on to what isn't serving you is a form of self-sabotage, and sometimes letting go is the most powerful thing you can do for yourself. You don't need to beg anyone to stay. You don't need to chase people who are walking away from you. If someone chooses to leave your life, let them go with grace. You're not losing anything. You're gaining the space to grow, to evolve, and to welcome what's meant for you. Maha. It's tough, though. The idea of letting go can feel like losing a part of yourself, especially if that person or situation has been a part of your life for a long time. You might feel like you're giving up on something that once had meaning or value. But the truth is, by holding on, you're not honoring yourself. You're staying stuck in a chapter that has already ended. When someone walks away from you, they are not taking away your worth, your value, or your potential. What they're doing is clearing the path for you to continue on your journey, unburdened by the past, by the weight of what no longer belongs in your life. It's easy to think that if you just try harder, if you just do more, that the person will stay. But that's not the way life works. People who are meant to be in your life will stay. They will appreciate you for who you are, not for who they want you to be. People who walk away may be doing so because they're simply not aligned with your path anymore. They might not be able to see the vision you have for your life, and that's okay. You don't need to change your vision for them. You don't need to compromise your values to keep them around. If they can't see the greatness in you, then let them walk away. Their absence makes room for those who will support, encourage, and push you toward your dreams. Number 7, letting go is also about protecting your energy. You can't allow yourself to be surrounded by negativity, doubt, or people who don't uplift you. If someone's presence in your life is draining you, if they're holding you back from being the person you know you're meant to be, then it's time to set them free. It's not about holding grudges or harboring ill will. It's simply about recognizing that for you to grow, sometimes people need to step out of your life. People who are meant to walk with you will help you elevate. Those who are not aligned with your growth will only keep you stuck. So give them the freedom to walk away, and in doing so, you're allowing yourself to step into your own power. When someone walks away, it might sting. You might feel betrayed, rejected, or abandoned. But remember, those feelings are temporary. They will pass. And on the other side of that pain, you'll find clarity. You'll find peace. You'll find strength that you didn't know you had. The truth is, when people leave, they are not taking something from you. They are giving you the gift of space, space to heal, space to grow, space to make room for new opportunities, new people, and new experiences that are aligned with the person you're becoming. Letting go also teaches you something powerful about yourself. Your worth is not dependent on anyone else. Your value is inherent. It doesn't change based on someone else's opinion of you or whether they choose to stay in your life. You are worthy, with or without anyone's approval. And the moment you internalize that, the moment you truly understand that no one can take away your worth, is the moment you'll stop chasing after people who are walking away from you. You'll stop seeking validation from others. You'll stop sacrificing your happiness for people who can't see your value. You'll begin to prioritize yourself, your needs, and your growth, and that is where real strength lies. When people walk away, they are clearing the space for better things to come into your life. Sometimes we hold on to things for too long, hoping they will change or improve. But the reality is, when someone leaves, they are making room for what is meant for you. Let them walk away, because you deserve more than to be stuck in situations that don't fulfill you. You deserve to be surrounded by people who love and respect you, who see the potential in you, and who want to see you rise. So when someone walks away, don't fight it. Don't beg them to stay. Don't waste your energy on what's leaving. Instead, thank them for the lessons they've taught you, wish them well, and step forward. Because the path ahead is yours to walk, and the best is yet to come. There comes a point in life where you must acknowledge that holding on to people, relationships, or situations that no longer serve you is only slowing you down. You've got to face the harsh reality that not everyone who enters your life is meant to stay there forever. Some people are only part of the story for a season, while others may only be there to teach you a lesson. And when the time comes for them to walk away, it's crucial to be strong enough to let them go. The act of letting go, of allowing them to lose you and walk away, isn't a sign of weakness. It's an act of profound strength, one that allows you to reclaim your life and make room for the things and people that are meant for you. It's hard, though. We get attached. We invest time, energy, and emotions into relationships, careers, and situations, thinking that they'll last forever. And when those things begin to slip away, it feels like you're losing part of yourself. But the truth is, holding on to what no longer aligns with who you are or who you're becoming only keeps you stuck in the past. It prevents you from growing, from embracing the new opportunities and experiences that life has to offer. People may walk away because they no longer understand your journey, or maybe they don't have the capacity to support your growth. That's not your fault, and it doesn't diminish your worth. It simply means that they were never meant to walk this path with you. When someone chooses to walk away, you might feel the sting of rejection, the pang of disappointment, or even the ache of abandonment. It's easy to internalize their decision and think it's a reflection of your value, but that's far from the truth. Their walking away doesn't diminish who you are. It simply reveals that their place in your life has come to an end. And once you recognize that, you'll realize that their absence is actually a blessing, and it frees up the space you need to welcome new people, new relationships, and new opportunities that are more aligned with who you are and where you're going. You cannot move forward if you're constantly holding on to the past, hoping for things to change when they were never meant to stay the same. Letting someone go is not a sign of giving up. It's a sign of knowing your worth and being willing to protect your peace. Sometimes, people will walk away because they're not able to meet you where you are. They can't keep up with your growth, or they don't appreciate the person you're becoming. And that's okay. You don't need to change yourself to make them stay. You don't need to lower your standards, your values, or your dreams to hold on to someone who can't see your vision. Letting go. If they can't see the greatness in you, if they can't respect the path you're walking, then their absence is an invitation for you to move forward with grace and strength. Footnote. When you allow people to leave, you make room for the right people to come into your life. The ones who see you for who you truly are, the ones who appreciate you, and the ones who will challenge you to be better. These are the people who will walk beside you, not because they have to, but because they genuinely want to see you rise. So, don't fight the ones who choose to walk away. Don't beg anyone to stay in your life. Strengthen everyone. Let them go. Their departure isn't a loss for you. It's a sign that the universe is clearing a path for something better, something more aligned with your journey. The chief literate rose, his power passing to his son ceaselessly. Letting them go is also about honoring yourself. It's about recognizing that you deserve peace, love, and fulfillment. When someone isn't contributing to your peace, when their presence causes more harm than good, you have to be willing to make the tough choice to let them go. It's not about resentment. It's about self-respect. You have to value your own well-being more than holding on to a relationship or situation that's no longer serving you. But even knowing all this, letting go isn't easy. It's uncomfortable. It's scary. But the discomfort is temporary. The pain you feel from their absence will eventually fade, and in its place you'll find something greater. You'll find the space to heal, to grow, and to discover who you really are without the weight of what's been holding you back. It might take time, but eventually you'll look back and see that their departure was the catalyst for your transformation, and it was the necessary push you needed to step into your greatness. The truth is, people who are meant to walk with you will stay. Those who are meant to leave will walk away. And when they do, you have to let them go. Don't chase after people who don't see your worth. Don't waste time trying to convince them of what they refuse to acknowledge. Let them walk away and take a step forward yourself, because when they leave, it's not a void, it's a new beginning. A new chapter of your life where the right people, the right opportunities, and the right experiences are waiting for you. And you'll be ready for them, stronger and more aligned than ever before. God bless you. So when they walk away, stand tall. Know that you are not losing anything. You're gaining the freedom to move toward everything you've ever wanted. Let them go and watch the world unfold before you. To the end,